put my nice suit on, had a martini first, shaken, not stirred. I did it right, and I got fucked up. I lost all the money. Got wrecked, bro. Lost 70 G's in 2 hours. So now I need 100 grand, right? So now I'm really broke. So when I came home, Tristan's like, did you make it? I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, man. I'm like, I know, oh, man. What the fuck can you do?
In this video, Andrew Tate explains how he went from $0 to his first million. He also explains one of the most important asset classes today that is more profitable than crypto and stocks. We hope this information inspires you to get started on your dream. So please watch until the end. And if you're new here, consider subscribing so that you won't miss other educated videos like this. Let's get started. Andrew explains what he did to get his first million and the background story behind it.
So I am 3-time kickboxing world champion. I hadn't won my 4th world title yet. And I made money with fighting, but it's not boxing, right? So I made like 50, 60, 70 grand to fight, but I wasn't making millions and millions of dollars to fight. So I always still wanted more money. And this is, I don't know if you guys heard before about how I started my cam company. I decided to start a webcam company. The story behind that, I'll give you a very short version of it. The story behind that is I was buying a place in Thailand and I was short for my last payment. It was 300 grand. I paid 200. I needed the last 100 grand to pay. I had 70 grand and I was 30 grand short. And I said to Tristan, I'm going to be a G. I'm going to go casino and I'm going to make it. Give me the 70 G's. I'm going to come back with 100. And Tristan said, listen, you're my brother. I trust you. If you want to do it, do it. I was like, listen, every once in a while, you have to get lucky in life. So I went and I hit the casino with my 70 grand. I put my nice suit on, had a martini first, shaken, not stirred. I did it right. And I got fucked up. I lost all the money. Got wrecked, bro. Lost 70 G's in 2 hours. So now I need 100 grand, right? So now I'm really broke. So when I came home, Tristan's like, did you make it? I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, man. I'm like, I know. Oh, man. What the fuck can you do? And I didn't have a fight coming up for, let's say, 2 months. So I had no money coming in for 2 months. I had to make this payment. So I said to Tristan, I'm not going to leave my bedroom until I work out how to make us some money. And he said, why? I said, well, I heard about some scientists that did that crazy shit and they still talk about him now. So maybe he did something right. So I'm going to do the same dumb shit. I'm going to sit in my room. So I sat in my room. Next day I wake up. All right, I need to get rich. And I'm starting from nothing. So I get on my laptop and I start Googling, what is money? Where does it come from? How does money work? And then I started learning about fractional reserve banking, the Federal Reserve, how it's not linked to gold anymore. I didn't even understand how banks worked. I didn't understand any of this shit. I started looking it all up and I spent a good 3 or 4 days studying. And then I got really angry because I realized that money is bull. It's all a lie. It's printed from the sky and I still don't have any. So now I'm really pissed off. I'm like, what, this trash? I don't even have any of it. This paper, I don't even have any, right? So now I'm really, really mad. So I'm sitting there trying to look up how to make money. And I got a piece of paper and I was trying to write down ideas. I started writing down all these crazy ideas, blah, blah, blah. And it said, write down your assets, the assets you have. And I had an apartment, but it was rented. I had a car, but it was on finance. I was big and strong, but I was already kickboxing. It's an asset. But one thing I did have is I had all these girlfriends from all around the world because when I would go around the world fighting and I'd win a fight, I'd love like a ring girl. She'd fall in love with the champ. She thinks I'm some big millionaire living in London. She's in Paris or Moscow or wherever she is. I can't wait to see you again. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. So I had all these girlfriends from all around the world. So I thought maybe I can open a love club, but to open a love club takes money. I didn't have any money. So how am I going to buy a club, get licensing, get insurance, all this kind of crap? It's expensive. So I wrote down, I had all these chicks. I mean, I'm not ruthless enough to put them on the track. I mean, these are my girlfriends. I mean, I ain't giving them up. Like, these are my girlfriends. Like, I didn't want to go out there on the streets. So I was like, what can I do with them anyway? So by coincidence, I'm on all these strange websites looking up all these things. And there's something in the corner, one of them links to talk to live girls now or something. And I was like, talk to live girls now? I don't know why I clicked on it. I don't know if it's because about 10 minutes before I just written down I had all these girlfriends, but I clicked on it and I saw some chick on a webcam, some girl in Russia sitting there. Like it was dial up, like still moving around. And I was like, what the f is she sitting there for? And then I saw like a tip come in. I was like, oh, so people are paying this. But I didn't realize how much it could make. So for the next few days, I'm sitting there looking at all these cam companies, all these cam websites. I'm saying to Tristan, maybe we should start a cam website. Maybe we should start a cam website. And my idea initially was to start my own website. And then I realized it's better just to put girls on their website. So that was the plan I came up with to make money. So I booked a flight for all my girlfriends. Because this is what I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking, okay, which of the girls are the hottest? Well, she's the hottest, but she's got a bit of an attitude. This one ain't as hot, but she's sweet as pie. She'll do as I say. Which one do I really want? I don't know. I can't afford to get 5 premises. I can't put them all in 5 apartments. I don't have any money. So I'm just going to have to go dark triad militant. You understand? Yoga Flame. I was like, look up Yoga Flame. So I told Tristan my plan. I'll fly them all in. He's like, when? I'm like, at once, bro. I'm doing one airport pickup. I got shit to do. I'm going back and forth to the airport all day. So I timed it, got them all on different flights, bang, they all landed within 45 minutes of each other, picked them all up. They all got in the car. They didn't even know who each other were. They're like, who's this girl? Hi, Andrew, miss you. Trying to kiss me. I'm like, don't kiss me yet. I needed money. That's the difference between wanting money and needing money. I needed money. So I sat all 5 of them down. I told them the truth. I said, listen, young ladies, I'm starting a webcam business. I've got a big sponsor. I've got millions of dollars of backing. This is going to be huge. This is going to change your life. You're going to be a multi-millionaire from this. It's going to take a couple years of work. And we're all going to stay here in this apartment. We're going to live together. We're going to be a family. And you're going to do as I say. And you're going to be rich. And all of them were like, what? Who's this girl? I'm like, my girlfriend. Well, I thought I was your girlfriend. You're all my girlfriend. I just came at it honestly. And that was the day Tristan actually made up his famous quote he still uses to this day. Because Tristan said to me, T, I was like, what? He goes, you're still in fight shape. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, they ain't got hands. I said, what they going to do? Right? They can't beat me up. Like, I'm hard to kill. What are they going to do? You're going to do nothing but cry. So I sat all 5 of them there, told them the truth. 3 got crazy, said, I'm leaving. 2 stayed. And that was the beginning of my webcam empire. Little happy family. 12 hours a day of broadcasting online. And with these 2, I made 110 grand in my first month. And from there, I thought, you know what? This is how much I'm making with 2 girls. Imagine I had more girls. And that was the beginning of my empire. So I ended up getting to the point where I had 75 girls in 5 different premises working for me. And it was a lot of money. But I had it tiered, had a management structure. So by then, girl could join, she could work hard, work for like a year and a half, and then become a manager. So now she doesn't have to actually sit on the cam anymore. She has to manage and train the new girls. And when I tell this story, everyone thinks I was living like Dan Bilzerian. I wanted to be rich. That's the reason I was successful. I was successful because I could withhold my thirst completely. I wanted money. All I cared about.
Andrew explains one of the best asset classes in modern times and how he was really able to get rich.
I wanted to be closer to the money myself. And I learned a bunch of things from that business, which I've applied to other businesses, and I've made a lot of money. But truthfully, we're living in a world now where the 2 things that the webcam business really is selling is it's selling attention, which is the first thing. We live in an attention economy. And also it's selling information. It's a service. It's not a physical product. So I sat there and I understood that even if I launched my webcam business, if I had a brand new girl, she has to get attention. People have to notice she exists to want to spend money on her. So you have to be an expert at soliciting attention. And then once you get the attention, you have to find a way to monetize it. So the girl would monetize it by sitting there talking away. You could advertise her and spend money. That's all advertising is, getting attention for money, right? Yep. So I understood a bunch of things. And when I closed that business, I still very much understood any business I'm going to launch from now on out, I need to find a way to get attention. Not in a negative way, not in an attention-seeking way, but that's what advertising is. How do I get attention in the world today, which is difficult? And then once I get that attention, how do I monetize it? Because that's the world we now live in. Rihanna, when she launches a makeup brand, no one buys it because of the makeup. They buy it because it's Rihanna. She has attention. She can monetize it any way she chooses. Rihanna can launch a clothing brand, makeup, fuzz. Who cares? It's Rihanna. She's going to sell. So that proves that we now live in an economy. We live in a world where the most valuable currency, the most valuable thing that exists is attention. It's extremely difficult to get because people's attention spans are lower than ever. Have you ever watched someone on TikTok? Next time someone's on TikTok, watch them, because I don't have a TikTok account myself, but I see people on it. How long do they give a video to interest them? Maybe a third of a second? That quick. If you don't get my attention in 0.25 seconds, I'm not interested. That's how hard it is now. And it's getting harder and harder because the apps and the algorithms are retraining our brains to do that. So now we live in a world where if you can find a way to hack these algorithms and you can find a way to get attention, and there's lots of different ways to do that, then you can find a way to monetize it. And off the back of that, you can become a very, very wealthy individual.
Andrew then discusses the problem with many of the modern wealth creation methods and why they are no longer relevant today.
A lot of the wealth creation methods that you're going to hear from older people simply don't work anymore. Of course, the old guy is going to sit there and go, save your money, put it in a savings account, get a mortgage. Bro, of course that worked for you. You were putting money in a savings account, getting 4% interest. Yeah. Now they won't even give us 1%. You're putting your money in a savings account. You bought a house for 85 grand. Now it's worth $500,000. And at the time you bought it for 85 grand, you were probably earning 30 grand a year. Now I'm earning 40 grand a year. The house has cost 10 times more. I get no interest on my money. So everything you're telling me is outdated. It doesn't work anymore. If you're going to follow the path that your parents followed, you're not going to ever become rich. You need modern ways to make money, modern wealth creation. There are ways to make money in the modern world, which no one in your school is going to teach you, which none of the older people are going to know, they're going to talk about. There's a lot of ways to do it. And one of them is monetizing attention.
If you found value in this video, we would like to give you another interesting video for you to enjoy next. We would, however, highly appreciate it if you could like this video and share it with your friends on social media. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here so you won't miss another one of our videos. The more you learn, the more you earn.